Hey guys, what's up? This is Dingo Crikey here with another commentary video, this time discussing news on Transformers Robots in Disguise. If you are interested in more news and commentary on Transformers Robots in Disguise, Transformers 5, or the Age of Extinction toy line, then you could check out my playlist and channel where you can also find over 20 of my Transformers stop motion videos, some of which are previewed here. This time I'm going to be discussing the recent and long-awaited revelation of Transformers Robots in Disguise official United States air date and time slot on Cartoon Network. So recently there was a statement released on TVinsider.com reporting some information on Transformers Robots in Disguise. A lot of stuff that we already know, such as that the tone is going to be lighter, talking about the voiced cast and what other roles they've had. I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys could read the statement yourself. And at the bottom of the statement this is said, quote, "Check out this exclusive look at the series, which is set to debut with a primetime premiere on March 14th at 6/5 Central before transforming into its regular 6:30 a.m. slot on March 21st. End quote. So there we have it. We finally know not only the air date for the premiere of the series, but also when it is going to be regularly airing. But despite the excitement of this news, there's been a lot of skepticism about this time slot and what it could mean for the show. So that's what I'm mainly going to be focusing on in this video. Because to be blunt about it, that really doesn't look that promising for this new cartoon. And I think that mainly has to do with the fact that morning time slots aren't generally regarded in a positive way. Especially not that early. I mean, 6:30 in the morning, that's like really early for a lot of people. I mean, I usually get up at around 7:30, so it doesn't work out all that bad for me because I'll definitely be getting up earlier to watch these episodes so I can do a review of them sometime in the week. And I'm glad they're going to be on a Saturday because I didn't want it to be on some time conflicting with my work schedule throughout the week and then have to find the episodes online or wait till they're rerun, something like that. But I don't think this is going to work out well for most audiences. Pretty much a lot of the discussion among the Transformers fan community seems to be of the opinion that Hasbro is basically screwing Transformers. That 6:30 in the morning is basically a death slot for TV shows, especially new TV shows. I mean, looking at most channels' early programming, it's kind of like paid programming or reruns of different shows, things like that. It seems like a really bad time slot for a show airing its new episodes. Now granted, they are airing the pilot episode sometime in the afternoon on Saturday at 6 o'clock, I believe. Hopefully that will be a full hour episode. But I really don't think that's going to draw a lot of people in to wake up early in the morning and watch the new episodes. That's just my opinion on it, and whether or not Cartoon Network's kind of screwing them, I mean, there's going to be all kinds of debate about this. I mean, some people don't even really care about the show, but they might just hate whatever else is on Cartoon Network so much that this ticks them off. I mean, I'm not going to really give an opinion like, oh yes, Cartoon Network is, evil and they're just doing this because they hate good cartoons, because one thing, we haven't even seen the show yet, and also, we don't know what goes on with the inner workings of the network. There are probably a million different reasons for this, but I would imagine a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're not really confident about its success, and that doesn't necessarily have to do with the fact that we see Robots in Disguise as not being as good as some of the previous Transformers shows. It just seems to me that Cartoon Network really isn't big on action cartoons, actually, unless it's like comedy or something like that. I mean, I haven't followed Cartoon Network super closely throughout the years. I used to watch it a little bit more when I was younger, didn't watch it at all for a little while there, like in high school, and, now I'm watching it a little bit more. I guess I just keep up to date with it, watch things like the regular show a little bit, but it always has seemed like they've had their share of bad shows. Like, a lot of times we do have the tendency to just pick on whatever is on the air currently. And usually their original series would just be comedy, something like that. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. But In the past, it seemed like they were a lot more interested in acquiring and airing different action shows. I mean, one of the big one that probably stands out to a lot of people is Toonami. I mean, when Armada was around, you know, we had Transformers Armada on there, obviously. Yu Yu Hakusho, Gundam, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, you know, a lot of different stuff like that. And obviously they ditched the Toonami block and bring it back, and now it's like at, you know, 12 o'clock on Saturday nights or Sunday mornings, whatever way you want to look at it. And even that block's been cut in half just because it has such a bad time slot. I mean, I would like to watch it, but it's just, you know, I'm not going to be up that early. So it's sad to say, but Toonami's pretty much screwed. I mean, it's probably going to be gone in a little bit. And that doesn't leave Cartoon Network with a whole lot of action cartoons. I mean, I can't really think of any they have on right now. And in the past, it wasn't just Toonami. There were other cartoons. Like, I don't know if He-Man was on Toonami, but, you know, that was another action cartoon. And then they had X-Men Evolution for a little bit there. So, you know, there were other shows. And I think that made it more hopeful for something like Robots in Disguise. But with its current lineup, let's see. They, like, have Adventure Time, regular show, Amazing World of Gumball. Then some other shows that are really, really crappy, like Uncle Grandpa, Steve Universe, Clarence. You know, then they have their acquired programs, and I guess they still play Pokemon. So, yeah, I guess that classifies as action. Ninjago might, Legends of Chima, Teen Titans Go. No, that's just comedy, and that isn't even that funny or good to me. The original show was pretty good, but no. You know, then they always rerun Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, and at least for a time period, that was kind of the stuff they would rerun in the morning a few years back, and now I think they rerun episodes of Uncle Grandpa, so it just seems like a time slot for reruns. It seems really like a bad place for Robots in Disguise to be, you know, when it's trying to get off the ground. So I'm already going on a little bit longer than I wanted to. I could probably do a whole video about Cartoon Network, different cartoons, stuff like that. But I'm just going to sum up my thoughts on Robots in Disguise right now. I think it's cool that we know the time slot for the show, and it's going to work out pretty well for me and probably some other people. But overall, I think this is a pretty bad sign for the show. Now, it is getting a Season 2. Season 2 is in production, and it still could be successful in other countries. They probably have better time slots for the show. But as far as the United States airing of Robots in Disguise, I don't think we can be too hopeful. Even if a Season 2 is produced, I would expect something like a direct-to-DVD or an online series made out of it. Yeah, I don't think this looks very good for the show. You guys can leave your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think this means for Transformers Robots in Disguise and its success? Do you think the show deserves this because you've already decided you don't like it, or you're just hoping it means we'll get the toys out of the store sooner, more focus on the Generations toy line? Or maybe you're more up to date on things and you know that this is probably going to sell really well, and, you know, like the guy says in the article, people want to see more Saturday morning cartoons again. Though I think he's just BSing there. But anyways, maybe you know something different, and you can leave that in the comments section below, along with any video suggestions you might have related to Transformers 5, especially video suggestions on Transformers Robots in Disguise, Age of Extinction toy line, or anything else Transformers related. If you haven't already done so, you can check out some of my previous Transformers commentary videos. If you want to search through them by subject or series, then you can check out my playlist for that, and you can also check out my Transformers stop motion videos. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more news and Transformers commentary. Have a good one, guys.